Hello and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we learn about dark mode and how to implement it in React Native. So when we click on these icons, the moon icon and the sun icon, we keep on toggling the theme of the app. So if I click on this moon icon right now, we go into dark mode. If I click on the sun, we come back into light mode. This is on iOS. If I do the same on Android, if I click, it changes. So dark mode is a user interface design trend that presents content on a dark background rather than the traditional light one. It has its advantages, for example, reduced eye strain, better battery savings, especially if you're using an OLED screen. It also just looks nice to look at in most apps. So let's learn how to implement this in React Native. So React Native has the appearance module, which exposes information about the user's appearance preferences, such as their color scheme, for example, light or dark. So to do that, we can say to get our current scheme of both this iOS emulator and the Android emulator, we can say const color scheme is equal to appearance dot get color scheme. So then we can console log color scheme, and then we can just put the platform so that we know which device has logged this, since we are running both of them here. So to do so, we can click and you can see at the bottom we have, let me just increase the font of my screen. Alright, so at the bottom we have light, which is iOS, and also light in Android. It means both of these devices are in light mode. So if we go to the settings on iOS and we toggle, we come to developer and then we toggle dark appearance. So the iOS emulator is now in dark mode. So if we come back to our app, it should, and refresh, as you can see, dark iOS. It means now iOS is in dark mode. We can still do the same for Android. We come to settings, come to display, and then we toggle on the dark theme. So also the Android is now in dark theme. So if we come back to our app and reload, you can see dark Android, also dark iOS. So both of them are in dark theme. So this appearance of this color scheme gets us the color scheme. So on top of that, we also have another function that we can use to listen for changes in the color scheme. So to do this, we can just say appearance dot add change listener, and then you can have, let's call this preferences. So here we can console log console.log color scheme changed. Then you can say preferences.color scheme, and also add the platform on which the color scheme changed. So currently, if we run this, nothing happens. So we are going to add two buttons that we can then click to change our color scheme. So here, title set to light, and the second one, okay, set to dark. So on the on press of this first, then we pass in a function from still the appearance API. It's appearance dot set color scheme. So color scheme can be set to light, and also it can be set to dark. So in this case, since I'm saying set to light, I'll set it to light. So I'll just copy this function here and place it in the second button, and this will be dark because we are setting it to light. So once these buttons are clicked, this function should be called, this change listener will be invoked, and you can console log the changes. So if I come to my iOS and I click set to light, see color scheme changed, iOS light. So if I set it to dark again, this color scheme changed, dark. So I'll do the same for Android. If I set to dark, I click set to dark, and Android is already dark. Okay, let me click set to light. Yes, it has been changed to light. If I set to dark again, dark Android here at the bottom. So let us put some. Okay, so we have this text here. I want us, when we toggle, we can change its color depending on the theme. So to do that, we have a hook called use color scheme. So the use color scheme hook provides and subscribes to the color scheme updates from the appearance module. So when the color scheme changes, we get the changes automatically. We don't need to listen to them and then maybe put them in state. So what we can do, we can just set it like so and say use color scheme. I will comment this out for now. Okay, we have in conflict with this one above, so I'll also comment it out. So color scheme. So if I console log this as well, you'll see that it listens for changes. So when I set it to light, let me add the platform.os so that we see which platform changed. So when I set it to light, color scheme changed, light Android, dark Android, same for iOS. So let's see how we can use it on our text. So I'll come here and I give it some inline styles. First I'll give it like a font size. I would say 40. Then I'll give it some margin vertical to space it up a bit. I think give it 40. Then I'll put it in the center. Okay, so when our theme is dark, I want it to be in white, and when our theme is white, I want it to be, let's say, blue. So color, I would say color scheme is equal to no need for the brackets. Color scheme is equal to dark. I'll put it in white. I also put it in blue. So as you can see, currently our scheme is white because it is not equal to dark, so it is blue. But when I set it to dark, the text will be in white. But since we are having a white background on Android, it's not visible. So if I do the same on iOS, you can see we're now in dark mode. If I set it to light, it will be black. Set it to dark. So maybe I can find a color that is not white. Let me just say green, just so that we see what's going on Android as well. So if I set it to light, it is in green. Set it to dark, it is in. If I set it to light, it is in blue. Set it to dark, it is in green. Okay, so I have a component here that I already made. It has some styling, and I also have colors, whereby I determine the theme from a file called colors. So if it is light, we shall use these colors, and if it is black, we shall use these colors. So I'm just going to explain what happens. First, we use this hook, the use color scheme hook, to get the current theme and also listen for changes when they happen. So we dynamically pass the color according to the theme. So I say colors, then the color scheme. So it means if the scheme is light, to get this light. If it is dark, to get this dark, and then the color, which is the background in this case. Depending on the theme, it can be this or that. So I do the same for the icons. If it is dark, it is a sun icon. If it is light, I get the moon icon. So I'm going to call this component in our app.tsx. So I'm going to comment this out, and then call our component, import our component right here. So if I save, as you can see, we are currently in dark mode both devices. So this is just some random text that shows, let's say, an app that is used for navigation. So if I click on the moon icon, sorry, on the sun icon, it means we are going into light mode. So if I click on it, the colors change to those of light mode. If I do the same on Android and I click, it changes. So if I click on the moon icon, it is the reverse. We go back to dark mode. Yeah, so that's how it works. And then we have our, like I explained here, have our icon. Our icon changes according to the mode as well. We also pass it dynamically. Same with our styles. This text, this first text here, also this second text, and also the button. So if it is the button color stays the same, but the color of the text changes to white or black, depending. Yes, so this is the simplest way to implement dark mode in React Native. So if you want to read more about it, you can visit the docs, whereby you can read more about the appearance API and how it works. On top of that, you can also read about the use color scheme hook to also understand how it works. So this is it for this video. Thank you guys, and see you in the next one.